Get started. Anybody need a moment? We're good? All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me at the Advanced Learning Library for a couple of big announcements that we're very excited about. A few months ago, Councilmember Ballard and I were approached by my good friend, Senator Letha Fascadeau, and State Representative Angela Martinez about working together to connect the North End community. I think we have both of these leaders here with us. I have enjoyed this opportunity to work with both of you as well as with Robert Chavez and Anita Mendoza to bring this effort to life. We're working to form a steering committee that will help guide this project, and I'm honored to be joined today by so many people who are dedicated to telling the story and sharing the arts and culture of Wichita's North End. Today we're here to announce a partnership between the City of Wichita and the North End Wichita Historical Society to incorporate Hispanic history into our parks and eventually expand down to 17th and 21st Street. Our goal is to preserve the history of the North End with a trail in Woodland Park and pay tribute to the thousands of Hispanic, Latino, and Native American men and women who have served our country, and a memorial at Pat Garcia Veterans Park. This will be an ongoing project, and it starts with collecting images and stories from the community. The Advanced Learning Library will host our first scanning day on Saturday, December 2nd. So starting in January, the North End Historical Society will be at Evergreen Library on Saturdays to also collect these images. So what we're asking is for folks in the community, if you have images, pictures, stuff that helps tell that story, to come forward with those so we can incorporate this into the project, and it will truly represent not just the history, but also your family's history, also your history into this project. And to tell us more about it, we have Miss Anita Mendoza, to talk about the project and to talk more about what we're asking for folks.
Well, thank you, Mayor Whipple. I first want to say thank you to State Representative Angela Martinez for making this happen. Senator Godot, who's always been a champion for us here in Wichita. Councilwoman Maggie Ballard, Casey Yingling, I know she's going to have a lot of work on her hands, and Mayor Whipple and the City of Wichita for approving this project for the North End Wichita Historical Society and giving a future to our past. We are going to be collecting and looking for any photos on veterans, in the North End, any athletic or sports, even family photos. So if you are interested in even doing some oral history or providing photos, you can reach us either through the Advanced Library here at downtown. You can ask for Jamie, or you can even email me at wichitanorthend.org and or contact us through Facebook. So I just really wanted to appreciate the City of Wichita for working with us and looking at doing this historical trail for our neighborhood. Thank you.
All right, so again, thank you to everyone who's been involved with this project. It's incredibly important, and it's going to bring even more pride to our Wichita community. So thank you for that. So next we're going to talk about the book bus. So we're here to officially adopt the library's new book bus into its long list of services available to our residents. The book bus would be a great way for residents without direct access to the library to access a small collection of children's materials and be able to actively use the library in spaces most convenient for them. So I'd like to invite up our award-winning Director of Libraries, Miss Jamie Nix, to talk a bit more about this initiative. Jamie literally won an award yesterday. That's, if you haven't said congratulations to her, please do, but she's doing amazing stuff, and happy to turn the floor over to you, Miss Nix.
Thank you all.
Let me grab this one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mayor Whipple. We are so excited to finally launch our book bus today. Our mission at Wichita Public Library is to help residents connect, discover, learn, and thrive. One way we're doing this is to provide our library services in unique spaces, especially in areas of our community where there are limited library services. We have a lot of branch remodels that are going on, but this adds another tool into the literacy toolkit that Wichitans have access to. Our book bus will focus on early learning resources for our littlest readers. You'll find a collection of really amazing and diverse youth collections, along with some materials for adults. Our bus is equipped with Wi-Fi, and so anywhere we're at, you're able to connect to free internet when we're out and about. And our staff are also able to check in materials. So when you've got them ready to return, you can return them to the book bus when you see us. We'll check in, and we'll also issue library cards from this vehicle. It's also a fantastic time in November to introduce the bus, because November is Kansas Reads to Preschoolers Month, which is an initiative through the State Library of Kansas that promotes reading to all Kansas children from birth through age 5. Through the statewide program, parents, librarians, caregivers are encouraged to read a chosen title this year, and it's really apt. This month, we're reading My Heart Fills with Happiness by Monique Grace Smith and is illustrated by Julie Flett. This book is about joy, which is something we all need. We're encouraging families to join us at the Alford branch on Saturday, November 4th at 10:30 a.m. for a special Kansas Reads to Preschoolers kickoff event. The book bus will certainly be there, and you'll be able to come and tour, browse for books, check out, get library cards, and learn a lot more about where we're going to be at throughout the city. More information about Kansas Reads to Preschoolers, including a lot of supplementary programs, can be found at wichitalibrary.org/pre-K. I'd like to invite John DeCicero, our board chair from the Wichita Public Library Foundation, to share a few words.
Thank you, Jamie. So on behalf of the board and staff of the Wichita Public Library Foundation, I want to thank you for being here and express our excitement about this important community outreach initiative. I'd like to acknowledge the generosity of the Kansas Health Foundation, who provided a $50,000 grant to help convert the transit vehicle into the book bus, provide funds for a collection of materials that Jamie talked about, and provide and enable that Wi-Fi connectivity. So thank you very much to the Kansas Health Foundation. And also, we're grateful to our friends at the City of Wichita. They provided the perfect vehicle for this project. So please join me next in welcoming Chase Wilhite, the Associate Vice President of the Kansas Health Foundation, to share a few remarks. Chase?
Thank you for that introduction, John. It is a pleasure to represent the Kansas Health Foundation here this afternoon. KHF has a long history of working with partners to improve literacy and promote education in Kansas communities. We view the book bus as a great example of a traditional institution, in this case the library, being willing to embrace new and innovative ways of reaching those who may otherwise not have access to these materials. It is an honor for KHF to partner with the Wichita Public Library, the Wichita Public Library Foundation, and the City of Wichita to make this vision a reality. Thank you to everyone for being here today. And with that, I'd like to welcome Jamie back to the mic.
So just another thank you and extraordinary gratitude for everyone who made this possible. And we'd like to invite you all to tour and join us on the book bus. You're welcome to climb aboard, capture footage, take photographs, and our library staff are here to answer any questions you might have. Thank you.
All right, before we get on the book bus, are there any questions about this or the other project that we announced? All right, if not, book bus is open, y'all. Go take pictures.